Horses are in the yard here at Kalgoorlie for race number 5. Crishane Warren is going to join me here for the preview of race number 5. And Crishane, this is a nice even race, isn't it?
Definitely so, Scott. Race 5 out of Kalgoorlie. It's the Young Family Supporting Cancer Council Handicap. It's over the mile, and it's an interesting race, Scott. This wind has really turned around. We've got that easterly, so that it's around about 27 kilometres per hour, and it may sort themselves out here. They've got that tailwind in the home straight, but they're going to be confronted in the back straight by a strong easterly.
And it's certainly picked up here because it got hold of my form guide and made me run around to go and pick up those pieces of paper. But this is a really open race. It is the second leg of the quaddie. To be alive, you need the second favourite there in Pastry, who was number 3 in the previous leg, and what was a pretty deceiving little photo in the end, because I don't know about you, Crishane, I thought the start of the Friar won.
Yeah, I was in unison as well. I thought the outside had got up, and you always need to favour the outside at Kalgoorlie, but our eyes weren't in sync.
All right, let's have a look at this. Let's get our eyes in sync, and let's have a look at these horses in the yard. And we start with number 1 here in Tremeka, who is trained by Jaden Thomas. It's going to be Matty Derrick taking 2 kilos off today, so it's 58 after the claim. Yeah,
Tremeka number 1 as we cast our eyes over to the mounting enclosure, just finished in behind them on Hannon's Day. That was over 1,400 metres. Steps back out to the mile and claims 2 kilos. And it's been around the money, Tremeka, but without winning, so it definitely deserves one. And I think it's well placed in this and should be handy to the speed. Number 1, Tremeka, and does look fine in the yard.
Number 2 here, Kentucky Love, having only third start here at the KBRC. An Uncle Mo 4-year-old mare, trained by now by Paddy Birmingham. Jade McNaught takes the ride, and there's a lot of people tipping this horse.
There's a big tip around on course during the week, number 2, Kentucky Love, for this High on Love 4-year-old, and much improved performance last outing here. That was behind Nord Avenue, and Nord Avenue raced well in the previous. So yes, definitely has to have a chance here. I think up to the mile suits. It has won at 1,500 twice, and if it can reciprocate some of that 3-year-old film that it had gone off the boil for a while, but yes, it has to be right in this.
Then before we get to the next horse, we'll actually grab a trainer on his way out, and that's Jaden Thomas here with number 1 in Tremeka. Well in the market, Jaden. What are your expectations?
He should run a good race. He's been slow to begin, but we're going to try and find his feet today, let him just bowl out of the gates and hopefully run about the first 3 or 4 and see if he can find line a bit better today.
So what were the instructions, the actual instructions to Matty Derrick?
Exactly what I said. Just don't hunt him out the barriers, just let him find his feet and see where he end up and try and hit the line hard.
So are you opening the wallet today or not?
Not yet.
Is that an on the way or a probably not today?
Each way.
Each way. We'll take that. That's a little bit something. We don't get a lot from Jaden Thomas here at the KBRC, but that's about as good a push as you'll get. Number 3 here, Crishane. Leading man, Peter Fernie. Mitchell Pateman looking for a race-to-race double.
Yeah, he looked okay in the yard too. Very bright in the coats. He was well thought of 2 starts ago. That was on Hannon's Day. Just went down to stablemate Nord Avenue and then was backed up 2 days later, and I think that was a wrong un. Ran down the track. So rule a line in that on Cal Cup Day. I think he can bounce back here. He looks bright enough, number 3 leading man. I know he is a little bit of an enigma, but I think Peter Fernie, Cambona Lodge, has got him in the right frame of mind.
Number 4, Your Fried, Brian Allen, Chris Graham compare.
Yeah, last start 3rd behind True Aura. That was over this distance, and it was an okay run. I think he may have tracked a little bit deep on the home corner. And he is at double figure odds for Brian Allen, Chris Graham.
Number 5, Blue Turns to Grey. Holly Watson, I believe, takes her first ever ride here at the KBRC. To good luck to her. She's a 4-kilo claiming apprentice, and Crishane, I can give you a bit of a heads up. She did not handle the flight over whatsoever.
She actually had probably her first race riding up in Leinster last weekend, and by all reports, she sits on the back of them quite soundly. So this is a big learning curve, obviously provincial country tracks, and claims the 4 here. So good luck to her, young Holly Watson. Blue Turns to Grey, it's a 5-year-old now, and 21 starts, only had the 1 win, so doesn't win out of turn. Blue Turns to Grey.
Number 6, City Star. Ross Craig prepares. Christy Bennett takes off 1.5 kilos, 56 on the back of this 6-year-old by Starcraft.
Yeah, was outclassed last start over the 1760, dropping back to the mile. He's been running some handy enough races, but just hasn't pinched one this season. I thought he may have got one on the board by now, City Star, and it is nearing the end of the season. I'm not saying he's sort of tapering off in form or not, but he's running out of time.
Number 7, Galaz Du Raw gets a lot of weight relief today in this grade. It's Hannah Fitzgerald taking off 3 kilos, 54.5 after the claim. Comes out of a West Speed No Metro win race behind Star Align.
Yeah, this win really picking up here in Kalgoorlie. Galaz Du Raw, I'm going to put it out there, a big push for this horse. I think he might be the forgotten horse in the race. Obviously the good judges are looking at the top 3 in form guide order, but Galaz Du Raw probably does its best racing in Northam than its home train track at Kalgoorlie. But the run the other day was off 5 days, so she ran, I should say, she's a mare, Galar mare, so she ran second at Northam over 1400 and then backed up 5 days later on Hannon's Day, 35-degree day, and she was entitled to be flattened, but she ran up the coattails of a few horses, including Star Align, and still finished the race off well. I'm going to push for this, number 7 at each way odds, number 7, Galaz Du Raw.
Number 8, Millon Brook, got out to $15, back into 11, and I cannot understand this, Crashane. This is a mare who won a high weight with 67 kilos at 2,150 metres. She's back to a mile, and she's $2.90 a place. I can't see her finishing in the money.
Millon Brook, yeah, I concur with those comments. It's just the 1600, they run them a little bit differently up here in Kalgoorlie, so I think she'll be run off her legs, Millon Brook. Obviously won over the 2100, does have some very good form lines, Sentimental Queen, Amarissa, but not today for mine.
The next horse we'll look at here is Proceeds of Crime, who is a maiden. This wind is really picking up. It is crazy.
Yeah, they're about to move in and link along. Proceeds of Crime, obviously a maiden, and has had the 12 starts, thrown in the deep end here.
And Arabian's Girl, 70-1.
Yeah, not going good enough down the track last start. Won 4 starts ago, not for mine.
Top 4 in the Young Family Supporting Cancer Council Handicap.
7 each way, all day, Galaz Du Raw from 2 Kentucky Love, 1 Tramika and 3 Leading Man, 7, 2, 1 and 3. I can't see the winner coming out of those beyond the top 4. 7, 2, 1 and 3, Scott.
7, 2, 1 and 3. The only thing roaring here at the KBRC is the wind. It has picked up incredibly in the last 25 minutes. It is howling here, straight down the home straight. Here's Dave Sheehan. His number's 2, 3, 1, 7. He goes Kentucky Love on top. Dave Sheehan for the call of the second leg of the quaddie. Young Family Supporting Cancer Council Handicap.
Man are out of line along with Your Fried. So the last few to come up. City Star. Christy Bennett has them out. Trained locally by Ross Craig. Leading Man about to come forward here for Mitch Pateman. Now Pateman takes up Leading Man. Kentucky Love to come forward. Your Fried about to link along and will be set to go. The starters are out. Now Your Fried now comes up. Kentucky Love has been thought of into about 320 now. Good run last start, about to come on in. And will be set to go at the 1600. Red lights. Stand by. Red lights flashing away. They're off and racing, and Arabian's Girl came out fast on the inside. Kentucky Love jumped out fast. It's having a look for the lead. Galaz Du Raw, Leading Man, and City Stars going up there. Then came Tramika, Proceeds of Crime, Blue Turns to Grey. Millon Brook is second last, and Your Fried is at the tail. Well, over towards the back, 12.50 to run here, and out in front, Kentucky Love. City Stars gone up on the outside second. Then a break of 1.5 to Leading Man. Getting a good run third. It's over on the outside of Arabian's Girl, who's over on the inside, and a further 1.5 to Galaz Du Raw, Proceeds of Crime. Then came Tramika. Back in the field is Your Fried with Blue Turns to Grey, and Millon Brook is at the tail. It's Kentucky Love, the leader, heading towards the 800. Leads by that half length. City Stars over on the outside second. A further 1.5 to Leading Man. Arabian's Girl on the inside is lying fourth. Then a further 1.5 to Proceeds of Crime. Tramika's on the move, going around the outside, 3 wide now. They were followed by back in the field, Blue Turns to Grey, Galaz de Raw, Millon Brooks a long way back with Your Fright as they come towards the 400, and it's Kentucky Love in front, leads by that neck. Over on the outside is City Star. Leading Man's gone up there 3 wide. Tramika just behind them with Blue Turns to Grey. Then Proceeds of Crime, Arabian's Girl. They balance up now, and Kentucky Love the leader. Leading Man on the outside, Arabian's Girl getting up on the inside. Then came City Star inside the final 200. Kentucky Love and Leading Man is stride for stride. Kentucky Love and Leading Man the outside. Kentucky Love in the inside just in front from Leading Man. It's a Kentucky Love in front, and Kentucky Love has done it. Second is Leading Man. Arabian's Girls run third. Glasgow Raw got home. They've got fourth. Your Fried was making ground. And came City Star. Tramika well back, along with Proceeds of Crime, Blue Turns to Grey and Millon Brook. Number 2 is the winner. Kentucky Love out in front. Leading Man had its chance at a beautiful run, third and fourth on the outside. But fighting hard in the home straight here, Kentucky Love for Jade McNaught, and has gone on to win by about a head on the line here from Leading Man, Mitch Pateman, and third Arabian's Girl, who was about 3 lengths behind them, and City Star has run fourth. 2, 3, 10 and 6 are up here. 2, 3, 10 and 6, but it was a good run last start, Kentucky Love, and today really fighting hard in the home straight. Leading Man, as I said, had that perfect run just behind them, but pulling out plenty, and congratulations there to Paddy Birmingham too, getting a winner there with Kentucky Love. It's a third win from 12 starts, this horse, by Uncle Mo, a 4-year-old bay or brown mare, owned by Mrs. J.M. Birmingham. Jay Eaton, Mundy, P. Birmingham and Jay Matthews, the owners. Congratulations to them. It's a short head by 3 3/4. Short head by 3 3/4 of the margins. And a reasonably promising horse, Kentucky Love. Good run last start, and she'll win more races around this region. Leading Man, top effort, had its chance. 5-year-old Bray Gelding by Universal Ruler is owned by Stan Quinn, living there out of a mare called Scenic Grin, trained by Peter Fernie. Mitch Pateman trailing by a short head. And
2, 3, 10 and 6. It's number 2 that scores. Leads all the way, in fact, Kentucky Love. And there was a bit of a tip around for this mare today, trained by Paddy Birmingham. Pat, tell us about this mare and just how long you've had her.
This is her third start. It was a 13, a 14. Last time she was a bit stiff, and I thought the mile suited today. You know, go to the front. Yeah, good as gold. I got to thank Sharon King, that runs Amelia Park Horses. She found the horse for me. I rang her up and said, can you find me a horse? She said, there's one here. And thank God that Peter Walsh and that sent him to me. You know, she's going to be a nice horse. So I've leased her for 12 months. I might give her another one and then turp her out. She's still got a little bit of growing to do, but she's a nice horse.
I know that when she was last in work, Simon Miller took her to an Ascot 1,000 Guineas at 1,800. So do you share that sort of opinion that maybe in a bit of time you can get her out of her further?
Well, actually her birth date is not until the 20th of October, so she's officially turned 4, but she's not. She's still a bit of growing to do, and I'm just going to put her down my farm and give her a bit of a break and then see what happens.
Congratulations, Pat, and good luck with her for the rest of the career.
Thank you very much.
There's Pat Birmingham here, who's leased this mare off Simon Miller and Amelia Park, and it's very, very good for the KBRC to get a horse like this up to the Goldfields. We'll grab Jade McNaught for a bit of a word here. Jade, Pat's pretty happy with the win, and why wouldn't Jade be too? Because Jade, in the fight to the finish there, Mitchell Pateman came up along the outside, looked like he might have you done, but how good does it feel to fight him off?
Yeah, no, we've been in a few photo finishes lately, but it was good to come out the better side of it. She was pretty tough, you know. She had it pretty easy, but I thought Mitch was going to go straight past me, but when I got stuck into her, she found a few lengths.
What about this wind here? It's picked up out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's crazy. I thought, I wasn't sure about leading. I was happy for something to go, but she got it pretty easy. But you'd think that sitting behind one would be a bit better today.
What about Blooms in the next?
Yeah, it's a bit of a sticky gate, but you know, she ran really well today. If she can find a bit of cover, I think she'll be hard to beat.
Congratulations, Jade. Well done.
Thanks, Scotty.
There's Jade McNaught with the win here of Kentucky Love. 2, 3, 10 and 6 after the running of race number 5 here at Kalgoorlie. Sha Tin is our next stop for the Sky Thoroughbred Central audience.